So in this video, to share a bit more about the infrastructure, is that, what I shared earlier was that taking someone's IP and deploying it on an ecosystem. Now, we still have completely proprietary and generic tools as well in the model. And we divide them into three different intelligence engines or infrastructures. We have the predictive selling intelligence, we have predictive coaching intelligence, and then we have predictive people intelligence. Now, I know this all sounds very fancy, but at the end of the day, they're just for different target audience with different results. Because my whole theory and thought practice was, what if we took profiling, instead of making it a generic product, we customize it for a specific use case? For example, in the predictive selling, we built three different engines here based on a model that I designed called quantum source code. And this is a model that I designed around 4 profiles and 5 mindset levels. It's 25 questions, and it's a model that scores exactly, where someone fits within this grid of, 20 different quantum profiles. And this is a predictive selling tool. And why it is because instead of getting people to go through a quiz, how many people in your team, what's your biggest problem right now, how much revenue you make, blah, 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 no one's going to tell you the truth anyway. So it's a complete wasted exercise. Whereas what we've done with this is we say, well, if you plug quantum source code in, when somebody books a call with you, this is not a lead generation thing. It is a sales thing. So, use your score apps and everything else to build your leads. This tells you how to sell to them and how they think and how they decide. And that's the difference in the way that I'm thinking about profiling, is now we're applying this to the sales process, which is completely unique in the market. There's nothing else that does this. But why this is so powerful is because I've done it for over 8 years of biopsychology. So the experience that comes out of the tool is so powerful and so ridiculous, because when you actually read your report, you go, oh yeah, that makes sense. But when I show you the internal report, you go, these are the problems that I was thinking about yesterday that I need to solve. And that's what one of our new clients actually just mentioned. Another one the other day said to me, when you actually go through the detail and the information, it's so mind-blowing how accurate it actually is. So we've really nailed this because we've moved away from these range-based profiling systems and moved into something much more specific around the result, which really makes me super excited, because when we get it right, it means that we can predict behaviors in the future. So going back to quantum source code, so this model is used in 3 different categories or 3 different use cases. One is quantum source code for entrepreneurs. Typically, this is used for people that are running their own business, small to medium business. You've got quantum source code for leaders. This is more for a bit of a kind of a corporate environment, where maybe there's somebody in a team that you're going to work with as well. And then you've got the growth engine diagnostic, and this is definitely for more your Alex's, your high level entrepreneurs and things like that. So predictive selling is really about, if you're a great salesperson, you know how to ask all the, the good discovery questions and you close deals. This is not for you. It doesn't help you because you already know everything. And I can't help anybody that really knows everything. But if you sit there and you think, I know I could be closing better, or I know I could be doing better discovery, then this is definitely something you need to look into. Because, Tash said to me the other day, that's Tash Reebok, she's a sales coach. She said to me, she has people that she works with and knows that have worked so hard to try and get the discovery process right, but they still don't get it right because it's not their natural flow. It's not their natural strengths and abilities to do that. This does that. So if you're a person that's an entrepreneur and you look at, selling directly to people, then this is a perfect opportunity for you to think about how you do this. And you can't just sign up to the platform. You can only do this through a pilot process. So you have to apply in a pilot. You've got to run through a pilot, and I'll explain in a moment why pilots are so important for us, because we want everybody to be successful with our platform. We're just not looking for, we have X amount of users and this amount of revenue and this blah, blah, blah. No. We are focused on the outcome. And when you use our platform, you can be handheld to make sure that it works and that it's integrated within your ecosystem. We call it a pilot, not because we're learning. We've learned, we've done it. It's a pilot for you because you've done it. And that's predictive selling intelligence, the ability to be able to know a lead, how they think, how they decide, how they buy, the level that they think at, things that are green flags, red flags, things to say, things not to say, you know, the way to speak to them, the way to engage with them. This is really what predictive selling is all about. And this is our first kind of, I guess it's not the most advanced model that we are going to have in the future, but it's something that's really advanced in the current space, in the current world, with the ability of doing that. So if you want to be a part of that, come and join us go to profiletest.ai and apply for our next pilot. It's only 25 people per pilot, and we run that every single month, that you can come and join. The faster you get in, the more you get trained, the more you can use it, and the pilots are free for the right people. So go through the application process and come and join us.